look forward to this part of the week, man. I was looking forward all weekend. I was looking forward, but guess what? Here it is. It's time for the Shank of the Week.
Shank of the Week. Shank of the Week. Who you got this week, bro?
Man, you know what, man? Let me go ahead and get it out of the open. I did not appreciate the 1990 Arnold Palmer Invitational champion, Robert Gamez, going out and shooting a wad. You know what? I said it last week about Matt Wolff, so I'm going to say it again. Robert Gamez, you mailed it in. Why is he mailing it in? Like, look, do you understand how bad you have to play? I don't care if you're playing your local muni track. I do know that Bay Hill was playing very difficult and hard. But this man shot 92. 9-2. A former PGA Tour winner goes out to a tournament that he's won in the past and shoots 90 deuce. Look, let me say this. This is his start on, look, you know what? Before I even say that, goes out, shoots 79 on Friday or Thursday. No big deal. Thursday, you didn't play well. You know you're already up against the wall. I don't know if you're going to make the cut. I doubt it with that 79. But this is how this guy came back on the front nine. Bogey at 1, double at 2, bogey, 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 double par, bogey, double. 47, 11 over par on the front nine. And rather than fight back, my man said to hell with it. 4, 7, 7, par, bogey, double, par, par, bogey. What in the world? That equals 92. Hey, but rather than be a G, rather than own it, rather than bring this in here, Will, and just, you know what, I did that. No, this man said, you know what, let me sign for a 76 and let me roll up out of here with this DQ. You know what, I was so excited because Kamaiu was finally going to beat somebody on the PGA Tour, but because he freaking DQ'd himself and NC'd, this man finished DFL again. So I'm upset about Robert Gamez. Hey, look, you know what, that's not even... dude, I'm so mad.
In all fairness, Doug, in all fairness on your Shank of the Week,
I'm mad.
He had one of the dopest wins ever in capturing a victory.
Yes, it was a dope win.
But that allows him to shoot a 90 at the event.
92.
It offsets, bro. Offsets.
21 years later, it offsets. What the hell?
Yeah. If you hold it out from the fairway on Greg Norman, at offsets. Let me hold out on Greg Norman, major winner. I can shoot 195 if I want to.
Hey, signed for a 92. And matter of fact, said it was 76, got his ass DQ.
And for the record, it was 31 years later.
Hey, I do want to also add that the Shank of the Week should have been Justin Rose, who actually hit a shank this week. But I just want to mention that too. But hold on, this is it. Let's see, Will.
So,
I've been waiting all week for this moment. All week I've been waiting.
My Shank of the Week. Let me give a little backstory first. Have you ever watched a TNT telecast where there's a segment that Shaquille O'Neal it's called Shaqtin' the Fool, right?
Yeah, I seen that. Shaq the Fool. Yeah.
And there's always one guy that he tries to stay away from, but the guy just keep giving him ammo to bring him up and re-encourage segments, every segment. Mm-hmm. That's JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee just always does something, and Shaq always bring him up as one of the leading roles in Shaq the Fool. Well, I have an understanding what Shaq is going through because my Shank of the Week is Kamaiu Johnson.
Back-to-back Shank of the Weeks.
I don't think it can. I think this is the only time it's ever going to be back-to-back Shank of the Week. So where I'm struggling with Kamaiu Johnson is the fact that the robot didn't work. The robot did not work. I think it shows somewhat of the immaturity as to him trying to implement new swing, and he's grabbing his robot, and he said, this robot is going to get me to the promised land a week and a half before the Arnold Palmer Invitational. That's not going to happen. So therefore, but the real thing that really gets me was after he shot that first round, was it 84?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Doug, my man post a video on a story of him eating steak and crab legs. According to Kevin, it was an elaborate meal. According to Kevin Hart, that looked like fun was happening in the background. I'm not saying the guy was smiling. I'm not saying the guy wasn't disappointed over his tumultuous round. I'm not saying he wasn't bothered. But from the perspective of a fan, it looked like he was having fun. You know, you can't. And when you eat steak and crab legs, that means you're settled. That means I'm okay. I'm content with what's going on. Because you can't be mad. Nobody eats steak and crab legs mad. That's like, you can't eat ice cream mad. Those are three, food items you can't eat mad. And so therefore, I'm thinking he was content. You know, what I think him and his team should have maybe considered, perhaps, after a bad round, give me a picture on the driving range. Give me a quote, I had a tough day today, so I'm about to eat McDonald's hamburger because I don't deserve a steak and crab legs. So I'm a little bothered by that. But now it leads me to this, Doug. It leads me to this. I got an idea. Okay? My idea is this, Doug. My idea is hashtag Kamaiu need to pass that thing to the left. Ask me what I'm talking about. Let me say it one more time. Kamaiu need to pass that thing to the left.
What does that even mean?
Kamaiu need to talk to Honda and tournament directors and have a phone call with Willie Mack and pass that exemption to the left.
Is that something you can do? Can you pass
I never not seen it done. I never not seen it done because Kamaiu has had his chance in sniffing the PGA Tour. We know the guy can play. We know the guy is capable of being out there. But right now, he looked like he's out of his element. He's nervous. We can tell. I even talked to his coach, Andy Walker. Andy Walker said that Kamaiu was striping the ball just prior to the robot expedition or whatever. And he said he just kind of not in his right mindset. So right now, I believe that Willie Mack is more experienced. We need to pass that thing to the left.
Look, I get it, man. Look, I understand what you're saying. But at the same token, man, and this is what they going to say, and I'm going to say it here first. Willie also missed 2 cuts on the PGA Tour.
No, but Willie only got to have 12 holes as a practice round because he came down with COVID. And we need to get the facts checked, but I think Willie may have had more birdies in 2 rounds than Kamaiu have had in his 4. I don't know.
They both played 4.
They both played 4. They both played 4 rounds.
Yeah, and
okay. It's even worse. They have 4 rounds. So Kamaiu may have had more birdies. Excuse me. Willie may have had more birdies than Kamaiu had in all of his 4 rounds as well.
So is the Shank that he needs to pass the tournament, or is the Shank that he played like
the Shank? No, the Shank it's a barrage of Shanks. It's cornucopia of Shank. It's cornucopia of Shank feelings. For one, I shouldn't have seen that you had a steak dinner and crab legs. It looked good too, and macaroni and cheese looked real good. Not like my grandmama's, but it looked good. But I also shouldn't have seen. And think about it real quick before you go. I know it's crazy, but
before I go,
but the thing is, Bryson DeChambeau, top 5 in the world, was on the driving range at night, grinding his swing. Why wasn't Kamaiu somewhere trying to hone in at 84 and get that thing down to 74?
Hey, that's his town. He lives in Orlando. He could have been somewhere else. He could have been on the range somewhere. I'm not playing that. I understand what you're saying, but I like to think after 84, you don't just go home. You need to go work on some
Right,
stuff.
And you don't go have the steak dinner, man, because I know it's a hard day, but you don't have a steak dinner. So I just think that we need to get a hashtag Kamaiu Shank, pass that thing to the left. I love you, you're my brother, but I think that Willie Mack is in a position to where he can absolutely really take advantage of this. You still got some Corn Fair events coming up, so let's go ahead and pass that thing to the left, man.